What's going on YouTube? It's Dill and we're back here with another Madden video. So around like 8 p.m. on Thursday night, they did drop the Madden 21 beta, and I'm in this video. I want to talk about the key differences I think in 21 compared to 20, and then I'll talk about kind of my thoughts on 21. There's a lot of stuff that's different. Like, it feels like a completely different game. Like, I know a lot of people like always have the meme, like the Spider-Man meme, like Madden 20 looking at Madden 19, Madden 18, Madden 17, blah 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 blah. But it feels completely different, and there's so much different in the beta right now that I really want to touch on and kind of explain. The first is going to be, we're just going to go up against like a 4-3 defense. Like, it really doesn't even matter. And then whatever, single back formation, single back wing tight. Personally, I think stretch is kind of dead, okay? We're going to show a stretch right here, just a regular stretch, and then we're going to show a dive. So right here, just a regular stretch, you know, the freaking stretch is so good, and you know, like, everyone knows in Madden 20 the stretch is good. Let's check the instant replay right here though, and kind of what I noticed, okay? One, your middle linebacker right here plays a lot better. Like, he doesn't really, like, I didn't really notice him like being this slow. Like, it seemed like he actually shot the gap good. And then these two dudes right here actually have some goddamn gap integrity in 21, which is all like really good stuff. Like, you know, like 93 right here, actually I think that's Trent Murphy. He actually got like a good animation right there. In 21, it seems like those animations are just kind of like them actually holding their gap is a lot better, like edge defenders better, which is good. But I'm going to run a dive this time, okay? Gonna run a dive, you know, like whatever, blah blah blah, and you see like it's still like freaking really good, okay? Now we're gonna watch the instant replay again. So in 21, this is kind of like the same in my opinion. Like, your D linemen just get driven back pretty much. I know he didn't really get driven back, but like there's still like a lot of holes and stuff, and it's like the D linemen get pushed back 2 to 3 yards on dives. On stretch it's a lot better, but on dive is still pretty good. Like, inside zone is good and all that other stuff, which I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I don't think the run game is completely dead. I think that this will still like be viable and stuff. I just don't think stretch will be as effective. And kind of going off of that, pursuit angles in 21, I think they're better, but they're just not there yet. They're just not like, it's still not that good. And also, like, another thing ability wise, it seems like streak specialists or deep outside, whatever route, whatever it's called in 21, that seems like it's very OP right now, like streak specialist again. So we might have to deal with the G Miles world offense again. Praying to God we don't have to, but I mean, it's bad right now in 21. It's just like defense in general is really bad. Like, defense is so bad right now. But offensively, another thing. I know I'm not really showing nothing right now, but I can just go ahead. We'll just run like a simple drag against like a cover 2, or like a cover 3, because they aren't defending the drag. So I'll just put Aguilar on a drag right here and say, like, I don't know, like put these dudes on streaks, and we'll throw it to Aguilar. And right here, you kind of see how that dude right there, 58, made a play kind of like about like 3 to 5 yards on the field. In 21, that is like a 12-yard gain. Your receivers and everything, like your offense in general, really feels like it's like 20 speed faster than the defense. I know a lot of people, if you have Twitter or whatever, have kind of talked about it, but your user defender literally feels like he's in quicksand. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter also say like, oh, this is good for the game, should be able to defend like 3 routes at once, but like it's the user, like the most important part of the defense. Like, you can't defend shit right now. In 21, you can't defend shit. Like, it's kind of tough, honestly. But yeah, that's kind of like the main things. Like, getting upfield is really nice, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want it to be 21 bad, where it's like you can barely get a yard or two on a drag if they're playing like cloud flats or deep quarters. I don't want it like that, of course. But, I mean, dude, defense is rough right now. It might just be because we just got the game and we, like, haven't had to play real defense in a year. Like, all we had to do was 1-4-6 type blitzes, and that was just effective, and outside quarters played drags. So, maybe it's just something we have to get used to. But that's going to bring me to my next point. sending 7 and contain blitzes. Okay, so I'm just gonna come out in like a regular like spread, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm gonna come out in this dollar right here. So if you put them on contains in this game, okay, we're gonna show like the contains just one time. Obviously they're gonna blitz me, like they're gonna get through. Boom, like you kind of see. Now let's go into instant replay. Okay, so right here they're both in contains. You see right here he gets like a really good angle on the O lineman and just like doesn't even get touched. So in 21, this dude like follow this like underneath right here. So he'd start right there, right? And then instead of like going like inside, kind of like this, like how he does, like instead of like going like for a straight line to the QB, it's like he goes outside more, and it's kind of like he then waits for the QB. Like if you play Madden 19, it's kind of like that. If you remember Madden 19, how contains were, it's pretty much like that. Like he's just gonna be chilling right here. You don't really have to worry about him. The 146 shit is dead. Like that, like 2-3, or I don't want to say it's dead, but with what you can do with audibles, you can easily destroy this so much easier this year. And honestly, I think this, like a spread formation like this is definitely going to be the moves. Just the spacing you get is just really good as well. Other than that though, another thing is like you can still get people like in there, like, so yeah, you can still send 7 and 21. I've had some success doing it. It's just instead of putting these dudes on contains, you just regularly blitz them like this. But drags and stuff being so good, and just zones in general just being so bad, it makes it to where you really can't play like this. So you need D-line abilities to get like the insanely fast like sacks and stuff like that. It's not really about sitting like 4 and just like praying, which I think is good. I think that's good for sure, like actually playing coverage. It's just if they make the user faster, I feel like this game's gonna be so good, like honestly. So last night I was hopping on 21 and I was really complaining about a lot, but then I hopped on 20 today, and my god, it's gonna be so hard to get worse. It's gonna be so hard to get worse. I don't know how they would make it any worse. Another thing, I'm going to test this out real quick and then I'll let you guys know what I find, but I was testing some stuff out with defense. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is something I don't think a lot of people are talking about. I'm going to go to this inside zone real quick, and I just ran a few reps of this, just trying stuff out, and it's the cross manning. If you remember back in like 19, 3-5 wide with cross man safeties was absolutely OD. Like it was so good. And right here, we're going to run just a simple inside zone. And I'll show how they play in 20, and then I kind of want to show how, or I can't really show how they play in 21 obviously, but I want to talk about how they play. So right here, I was just running an inside zone. You see the safeties, they're not looking towards the run, they're going straight for the receiver they're cross man to. Now when I ran this in 21, they actually played the run. They played the run when they were cross manned. So I think cross manning might be back. Which it's kind of like, I don't know, like people either love it or hate it. That might be a really effective way to play defense. I'm going to test it out more. Like I just tested out pretty much a whole game of it, and to me it looked like it was a lot better than this. But like I said, just getting the game and stuff, it's a day out. I do need to test it a little bit more, but I feel like cross manning your safeties might be back. Alright, so right here, hopefully we actually do get sacked right here. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to wait, actually. So right there, we got sacked. I was just trying to eat a sack, really. In 21, okay? Say, we're going to watch this again. Say we're blocking fine or whatever, and then that dude finally sheds and comes and sacks us. I can still throw the ball right here. It might not be an accurate pass, but there's a chance it could be. Like, I pressed the ball to throw to Ertz right now. I could hit this. In 21, I could hit that pass because the feature where they can throw out of sacks and stuff. So even if they're screaming at you off the edge, you still have a chance to complete the ball. So I feel like just this whole like contain blitz, sending DBs off the edge, I feel like it's gonna be dead. I bet they're gonna find some like nano type blitz again though. Another reason why I think this spread is going to be just meta in general. So in this spread, and we're in the Eagles playbook, but you can customize your playbook in 21. You could really just make whatever type of playbook you want. If you haven't seen that, it's kind of like, it's kind of, I wouldn't say hidden, but you can set your audibles before every game, and you can also just create your own playbook. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be in spread, and then they're going to have like a twin tight end package, like 2 tight ends in the slot right here. And by doing this, okay, we could start in spread, and then we can go to any 2 tight end formation with 2 receivers in a row. So we could start in the spread, and then we could end up in a deuce close type of offense with stretch and dive and all like the really good run plays and deuce close. Which I kind of like, because as a defense, this is going to make it to where you pretty much need to run like nickel and big nickel no matter what. Because if you're in dime and dollar, you're just asking to get ran on. And obviously, the good players or whatever are going to have answers to that, and they're going to find ways to like get good run defense out of this. Me personally, I'm going to be a nickel probably all year. I've been testing out a lot of defenses. I think I found the defense I first want to use in 21 while I was playing it. So yeah, that's kind of like the major differences, I would say. Another thing, sideline catches and stuff like that are so hard to do. They're so hard. There's no like swerve catch in 21 yet. Like, no one's found it out. But yeah, pretty much all the offensive stuff that worked in 20 is pretty much going to work like passing wise. I'm not talking about like stretch and dive. Yeah, but I feel like the game kind of feels a lot like Madden 19. Like playing it, the way players move, it's a little bit more clunky than 20, I think. It just seems like, I don't know, it seems like it might be a deep crosser and all that tough stuff type of year. But you can adjust the zone drop, so I don't think people are going to be able to spam deep crossers and stuff like that. But drags are super good, flat routes are super good. You're able to get upfield, so it might be a double flat type of year on defense too, like have a curl flat and a hard flat over there. Just kind of my predictions, I don't know. I could be just completely wrong, but anyways, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I just kind of want to talk about Madden 21, and for all the people that couldn't play it, try to give you an idea. Y'all aren't missing much, honestly. Y'all really aren't. It's not that fun right now. Like, they still have a lot of to fix. Hopefully they can fix it. But yeah, the beta wasn't too like, oh my god, this game's gonna be so good, you know. And if you have Twitter, you would have seen like all the, not hate that it's getting, but they need to put some serious work into this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. I know some of you haven't played it, and like I said, I just kind of want to give you an overview of my thoughts and everything. Let me know what you think of the beta down in the comment section below, and if you are new and you stayed till the end, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. But anyways, it has been your boy Dill, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.